We are at the start of summer 2022 and you're not gonna touch grass because that is for loser casuals that waste XP. We're gonna do the real deal, okay? MMOs! And we're gonna check out the 7 most popular MMOs on Steam right now. And why are we doing it on Steam? Because you can actually compare the player numbers. There's a bunch of MMOs that are not available on Steam, namely World of Warcraft, Guild Wars. They are pretty big, but we cannot know the numbers, so they are not gonna be in this list. Deal with it. Number 7 in this list is EVE Online. EVE Online is a sandbox MMO about space and spaceships and PvP stuff. It has a player count on average of 3,428 this month. It is a fairly small MMO, but it is more than playable with that kind of population. Definitely a shadow of its former self, but it is still a pretty solid game if you're willing to give it a shot. There has a sub fee, but I think it is worth it. Number 6 is a game I actually do not like, and that is Star Wars The Old Republic. It has an average count of 5,496 average players this month, and the term MMO when you're talking about this game is pretty light. This is more of a, like Destiny 2, this is more of a single player adventure game with MMO elements more than an MMO proper. I would say if you wanna play this, you much rather should play Guild Wars 1. It is the same style of game, much better. It is not on Steam, so we cannot compare it, but Guild Wars 1 is still very much alive and good. Number 5 we got Black Desert. Black Desert is a very grindy pay to win MMO, but it is still pretty high quality, you know. If you like those Korean MMOs, it is out there. It has an average count of 13,692 players this month. Not my cup of tea, but if you like this MMO, I can respect that. It is a decent MMO. Number 4 is The Elder Scrolls Online with an average count of 14,561 players. This is a more mainstream MMO, a very theme park MMO. I have nothing against it, like I don't think it's great, but it came out in a horrible, deplorable state, but over the years they fixed it pretty well actually. It's a decent MMO. Again, I would much rather play WoW, but if you wanna try something new, it is okay. Alright, now we got a former King of Kings in the podium. Number 3, New World, with an average player count this month of 15,532. New World was a very popular MMO the first month it came out, and then not so much. But yeah, New World is out there. You know, it is cool. I think they updated it very recently and they added a bunch of more content. It is a grindy game. It is not too interesting of a game, but honestly, if we're like heart to heart having an honest conversation, if you just wanna play something for a month and then forget about it, the first month of play in this MMO is actually pretty fun. And then it gets boring, but right away it is pretty solid, so you can give that a shot. Now we're starting to get into some kings, unironically. And now we got Final Fantasy XIV Online, a great MMO, very high level MMO, high quality content, very well updated. It had a very big update very recently too, I think a month ago, and their average player count this month was 25,248. Keep in mind, this also applies for Black Desert. This is a mainly Asian MMO, and people in Asia, Steam is not very popular in Asia, so the player count, the real player count, from that also like people that use the proper launcher for Final Fantasy, should be pretty substantial. This is just a fraction of the real amount of players of Final Fantasy, and this number is pretty hecking big, okay? This MMO is buzzing right now, and yes, I recommend this MMO. It is a little more on the expensive side if you get all the content available and you pay the sub, but it is acceptable, like the pricing for the amount of content you get. It is like World of Warcraft, but better. I mean, vanilla WoW is kind of matting, but if I wanted to play a more retail-like MMO, I would rather play Final Fantasy than World of Warcraft. I just don't see a reason not to. Finally, to the surprise of nobody, in number 1 we got the new Titan, Lost Ark. Free-to-play MMO, Diablo-like style of gameplay, very paid to win, and definitely not something I would enjoy, but it's out there. If you like Diablo, if you like wasting your money, if you like wasting your life, Lost Ark is out there for you. If you play Path of Exile, why? Play this instead. Like, it's the newer one. Okay, like I know, it's okay, okay? Lost Ark is a decent game for what it is, do not expect much of it, but it is free, you know, if you want to try it out and have some fun and then give up on it, go right ahead. One important part to keep up about Lost Ark is that we've seen the New World graph, right? The New World keeps rising and then after the peak it goes BAM! BAM! It goes from like 900,000 players to like 20,000 in a month or 2 months. It is pretty heckin' crazy, like the drop. But if you see here at Lost Ark, like they are holding, let me zoom up for you. They are holding their player base after the initial peak pretty well. You know, they are like at half of what their peak was. So this demonstrates that they are actually holding up a decent amount of players. They are perhaps even growing right now in a very slow rate, which is impressive. So, you know, again, not my cup of tea, but it is a respectable game to be played right now. Just do not waste your life into it, do not put a lot of money into it, it's not worth it. But if you just wanna, you know, kill some mobs, get some dopamine and be done with it, good game. And these are the 7 biggest MMOs in Steam right now, at least the ones that I consider worth even bringing up right now. And yes, it is a pretty slow summer for MMOs 2022. It has been that way for a while actually. I don't know, I just hope that some light will bring me to the end of the tunnel lately. Ashes of Creation, Copium, I don't know. You might wanna try out Guild Wars 2 or something. You're gonna have to keep going. I don't know, man. It is what it is. Might wanna try World of Warcraft Classic. I don't know, man. I don't know. I swear, I don't know. As a matter of fact, if you got any MMO you wanna recommend to me, this would be the right moment to do so, because WoW itself, private servers on their own, are pretty slow right now. Everybody in WoW proper is waiting for Rat, and there is not much to do. Shadowlands is coming next year apparently, and Rat is coming at September, November, something like that. So yes, even World of Warcraft is pretty slow. It is, I don't know, man, I just might go outside and see people and kiss girls and shower and all those worthless stuff. Please don't make me do it. But anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell, for we got a lot more coming. Consider joining. We got the join button somewhere. Is like you know, the white button that has like a blue outline. Yeah, that button. Yeah, something like that. Okay, see you guys and see you later. Something.